What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Fantasy Football Game Show brought to you by Front Yard Fantasy here on Better Sports Network. I'm joined, as always, by my movie organizing hosts, Joey Wright and John-Luc Garofalo. What's up, guys?
My mom grabbed a movie off the shelf. She did not put it back where it belongs, and she knows that's like my biggest pet peeve. So I'm sorry you all.
The character trait.
Oh my god.
Well, guys, joining us today, a man who always puts movies back in the right spot is our friend Sam Wagman. For those of you that do not know Sam, he is the sports content editor over at The Game Day. He's a staff writer over at Football Guys and the host of High Floor Football. Sam, thank you so much for joining us today, my friend.
Thank you guys for having me. Always a pleasure to hop back on the game show. And I appreciated the Eagles graphic because, you guys could have put a Cowboys graphic to mess with me and throw me off my game. And I would have expected nothing less.
Oh, we would have done something way worse. You would have said something like mean, like weird to your work or something.
Yeah, we would have had AI generated images of you wearing Giants jerseys distributed to the entire city of Philadelphia.
Yeah, we go way too big or nothing at all.
Billboards with you.
I expect nothing less.
And Daniel Jones holding hands, skipping through Giant Stadium,
Sounds
yelling,
lovely.
"We hate the Eagles." That's what we would have done, Sam.
And scene.
Scene.
Very creative. Sounds like you thought this out.
Right before this show, I was scrolling through our messages, me and you. I was just like taking a trip down memory lane, me and Sam's DMs, and the video from Canton last time from the Fantasy Football Expo popped up. And Sam, I want to give credit to Sam for being the ultimate hype man when I did not deserve it. We were in the middle of karaoke night. Everyone's singing and dancing.
Is it 1 o'clock in the morning?
1 o'clock in the morning. And I see a scratch-off lottery ticket machine in the back of the bar. And no one else is intrigued by this. But I go put money in the vending machine. And Sam comes up and he's like, "Oh, we're about to win big." And he pulls out his phone and he's hyping me up and filming it. And it was exactly what I needed. And that video was like, I got so excited to have you on today.
That was fun. Yeah, that was fun. I remember doing that. And look, I'm a big sports bettor. I'm a big degenerate. Lottery tickets while everyone else is having fun, sing along to music, getting drunk in a Canton karaoke bar, and we're playing the lottery. I love it.
It's the perfect behavior.
I just realized, Sam, aren't you my bookie?
I am your bookie.
You are my. I just realized that he plays all my March Madness bets for me this year. Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Well, guys, we got some people in the chat excited to have Sam here playing some games with us. We got Victor in here with the happy Thirsty Thursday, bro chachas. Grab your yoo-hoos and drinks up. What's up, Victor? Hope you're enjoying that yoo-hoo. We got Albert in the chat saying, "What's up?" Welcome in, Albert. Dustin down here saying, "What's up, fellas?" Hashtag Team Joey get that win today.
Whew, it was close yesterday. I got to bring it back today.
It's close. We got Michael down here with the yellow. What's up, Michael?
Yep.
Welcome in.
Yellow.
Dame with the yo. What's up, Dame?
I like how everyone in the chat has like their own catchphrase.
They do. We got Grim in here with a question for us to kick things off. So the Panthers recently cut quarterback Jacob Eason. Do you see him being picked up by anyone else? And if so, where would he land? I don't have a landing spot particularly in mind because how I see him being picked up is just as depth, and every team can use depth. I don't see a team picking him up as a project or as a potential starter. They're going to pick him up as a guy to run the practice squad, right? They're going to pick him up as a guy out there in case of emergencies, use Jacob Eason. And every team could use that. So I don't know if there's a particular team that stands out to me. Sam, what do you think? Is he going to get picked up somewhere?
Yeah, by the CFL. Yeah, I really can't imagine. We saw a little bit of him when he played for the Colts, in the lost year a couple seasons ago, and just we didn't really see anything. So I can't really imagine that he showed enough in his brief time as a starter in the NFL to really exist as much more than a very, very deep project.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like these quarterbacks, they do have options if they want to play and showcase their talent versus just sitting on a bench. And so this is that kind of move I would see here with Eason going to the CFL or the USFL or the XFL or the JWFL.
You can't really take it as a joke. It's a legitimately possible option. And since these leagues are trying to establish themselves as kind of, rudimentary, like G League type style NFL leagues, where guys go to cut their teeth, where, whether they need another NFL shot or they're trying to get their first NFL shot, that's this is going to turn out to be the best place for them. As a lot of these, the Arena Football League just said they're trying to spin their wheels back up again. So there's a lot of different places that you could possibly go.
Arena football games are really fun, I'll have to say.
We've seen at least moderate success story already from the XFL in the short time it's been present, right? PJ Walker showed up and found multiple jobs in the NFL now. He stayed present. It wasn't just in an emergency. He got signed again.
Yeah.
So
we tried so hard to make him happen.
I know. I wanted that story to just keep escalating. Like, started in the XFL, backup quarterback, gets the starting job. Like, I was ready to ride that.
Wins a Super Bowl.
That was the hype train I was like ready to be fully glued to. We got Scampers in here with the beautiful afternoon, FYF fam. What's up, Scamps? Welcome in.
Yeah.
Scott Fish down here. Ooh, that was a saucy cat.
I don't know where that came from. That came out of nowhere.
Yeah. Scott Fish says, "What's going on, guys? Taking a Tears of the Kingdom break to watch you."
Oh, it's so delightful. I've played very little of it, and I've enjoyed every minute.
It's better so far. I don't want to speak. I haven't played much at all.
I don't want to speak,
but it's so delightful. It's so pleasant, and I don't know if it's just having that experience of Breath of the Wild again for the first time, but it's the same is what's making me like it more. But I'm loving it. Sam, are you a Zelda player?
I am not. No, unfortunately, I pretty much contain my video games these days to either Fall Guys or something sports related.
To Fall Guys.
Good choice.
Fall Guys is fun.
I love
honestly.
Honestly, Fall Guys is just a game I could spend hours on doing stupid things.
Yeah.
The only problem with that game is like if you got to make sure you're not in the mindset to win.
Oh yeah, no,
because you can just lose over and over and over again, and if that's what you're going for, it's not going to work.
But it's just mind numbing. It's just mind numbingly fun to play.
Have you gotten the crown? Have you ever finished? Okay, yeah. I did it one time, and it's like I popped a champagne bottle. I was ready.
We got Dave down here popping champagne bottles with the emojis.
Yeah, let's go,
What's up, Dave? Welcome in. Our friend Alfredo joining in on the fun.
What up,
and Dave,
Alfredo?
giving a shout out to Alfredo. The CFL. Michael, Sam coming in hot on that Jacob Eason take. I think as hot as one could be on a Jacob Eason take. I think there's a temperature limit on how hot those takes can be. We got Bob Harris in here saying, I go to FYF when I want to showcase my talents. Yeah, stand aside, XFL.
What the heck does that mean?
I believe he's calling you guys the G League.
What does he mean by my talents?
Or is he referring to yesterday with the nude campaigns? Is that what he's talking about?
Promos?
Yeah, the pantsless promos.
It sounds so much more sinister when you say nude campaign.
Yeah, what the heck?
Pantsless promo.
What's happening today?
The same thing. A nude campaign is exactly the same as a pantsless promo, but like
you were gone, JL, and lots of crap happened yesterday. People ate bananas.
Dave owns the company.
With full peel. It was nuts.
We got Scott Fish in the chat also coming in with another XFL example saying Hakeem Butler this year dominated in the XFL and is going to the Steelers. And also saying he's played a ton of Tears of the Kingdom, and it is so good. Dick Sickles in the chat saying, Fall Guys is such mindless fun. He loves it as well. And he said, speaking of losing over and over again, let's get to the game. Are you saying I lose over and over again? Because I am not hosting the game today. JL is going to be running Fantasy Fortune, so it's going to be me going head-to-head against Joey Wright and Sam Wagman. See who comes out on top. Sam, have you played this game with us before?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so you're coming in.
I think I played every game on here at least once at this point. Jay is pretty good about scheduling that out.
Next time we'll have to throw a wrench in those plans and have a new game or something ready for
game.
A nude
campaign game.
We'll have a new
Signed by Joey.
Careful, we're gonna get canceled.
No, we're good. Don't worry. As long as it's here, it's okay.
But the game is actually, when you get answers correct, I take article of clothing off. It's like Chris Farley and Billy Madison's like, that is correct.
You get
stripping every time you get one right.
Well, guys, there will be no stripping in today's game. Maybe.
Sorry, Joey.
But the rules are as follows for the game we're going to be playing. It's a lot like the popular TV show Wheel of Fortune. But we're not going to be spinning a wheel. We are going to be answering 50-50 NFL or fantasy-related trivia questions. So when it's your turn, there's going to be a puzzle up on the board. blank at the beginning, not so blank as we fill in letters, and you will be asked a question. If you get that question right, you're going to get to guess a consonant that you think appears on the board and be awarded $500 for each version of that consonant that does show up. Now, you can do this up to 3 times in a row in your turn. That is, get a question right, get a consonant right, get a question right, get a consonant right. If at any point you get either of those 2 things wrong, the letter does not appear or your answer was incorrect, your turn is automatically over. We move on to the next person. Your turn will also end after you do 3 rounds of that correctly. The good news is, though, you're going to bank all of that money that you put into your round bank. So after 3 correct questions, any money earned will go into that total bank if all the letters are up there as well. During your turn, you have 2 other options, though. You can choose to buy a vowel at any time, given that you have a minimum of $500 in your round bank and before a question has been asked. They'll cost $100 per instance of them showing up to a max of $500. If there's more than 5 of the same vowel in a puzzle, we're not going to punish you for poor puzzle design or very long puzzles. The other thing you can choose to do during your turn is solve the puzzle. If you think you know the answer and a question has not been asked yet, say, I would like to solve the puzzle. JL.
No.
JL will say no, but that is a trick. You can do it anyways. If you're right, you're going to earn a minimum of $1,000 or the amount in your round bank, whichever one is higher. We'll go like this till we run out of puzzles, run out of time, or run out of patience for my nonsense on this show, at which point we will end the game. Whoever has the most money is our champion. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
Simon, I feel it's a good day for you. The S's outnumber the J's on the show today. Competing. Usually the J's outnumbering. Yeah.
Oh, we're even now. We're even. At the very least, we're even.
I mean, the contestants. I'm sorry.
That is true. If you don't count the host as a human, then the S's outnumber the J's.
If you only select some of the people on the stream, then
No, I'm with you.
And you ignore that JL has 2 windows open. Yeah.
There you go.
I'm doing some math today, guys.
All right, contestants.
Mm-hmm.
We got a game of Fantasy Fortune underway. Ready for y'all. All right, this first one, it's going to go a little different than how Simon described. It's actually going to go entirely different than how Simon described. This one is a toss-up. This first one. So you are going to say your own name when you think you know the answer. I'm going to slowly reveal letters. If you guess incorrectly, you're done guessing for that puzzle. Whoever gets it right, they're going to get 500 and get to go first.
Oh, goody. And one last reminder to the contestants to make sure you have it either full screened or not on the comments. And that's because of this reminder to the chat. Play along. If you think you know what's up there, put the answer in the chat. We will not be looking unless we want to cheat. And you can do nothing to stop that. JL will be the only one looking, but we'll shout you out if you're very right.
I'm always looking.
And we will mock you if you're very wrong. And
That's
we'll giggle if you're very funny.
That's true. We like to do that. Yeah. All right, contestants, here's your first puzzle. This one is going to be an NFL player.
What? Yeah, right.
Yeah, shocking. NFL player. The toss-up. I'm going to slowly reveal letters. Say your own name when you think you know it. Whoever gets it first gets 500. Let's go. Dong, dong, dong. Ooh. Oh.
Joey.
Rashad
Bateman.
Bateman is correct, Joey.
I'm so
well
mad.
done.
I couldn't get Gaston out of my head. So I just kept looking at it thinking Gaston. I was like, not Gaston.
I want to meet a Gaston in like a totally normal, boring situation.
Like at Kroger?
I know one.
At the
I know
DMV.
No way.
Yeah.
Really? What's he
Yeah.
do?
Does he work at Kroger?
He's in New York. He works in finance.
I always love that description. It's just like, oh yeah, he's a New York finance guy.
Yeah.
We all immediately know what that guy looks like.
I was about to say the image in my head has never been more clear of Gaston.
Gaston. Pencil mustache, Gaston. All right, Simon. No, Joey.
Yeah.
You got that correct.
Uh-huh.
Jay.
You're going to get 500.
I'm excited for my $500.
Well, you're going to get it. I want to ask you guys.
It is not withdrawable, Joey. It is not withdrawable.
One of these
until the end of
days.
the game. Not until the end of the game, where we will fax it to you.
Sweet.
But before we go on to our next puzzle, I want to ask you guys about Rashad Bateman, or related to Rashad Bateman. I was talking to Simon this morning, and I had posted a dynasty startup draft that I'm in, my roster in that league, in which I drafted 3 Ravens players. And Twitter proceeded to tell me how the Ravens aren't going to do any. That's the Ravens offense. Why you got a bunch of pass catchers in the Ravens offense. I'm curious, what do you guys think about that Ravens offense now that there's a new OC, there's new players, Lamar's still there, same old Lamar. How do you guys feel about Baltimore this year?
Better than I did last year.
That's plus. It's a good start.
I think if Bateman's my wide receiver 2, I'm pretty happy with that. I just don't want him as my wide receiver 1 because I still do think the best pass catcher on the Ravens is going to be Mark Andrews. And I do like Zay Flowers a lot. But I'm still okay with Bateman as a wide receiver 2, borderline wide receiver 3.
Do you think the pass volume will increase significantly?
As a whole, yeah.
I do.
I do.
Top half offense in terms of passing?
Why do you bring in Greg Roman if you don't want a top half of the league passing offense? Why do you draft it? Why do
Todd Monken?
Todd Monken, sorry.
Why do you bring Greg Roman
Why
back?
do you bring that's exactly why.
Yes.
And no, why do you bring Todd Monken in if you replace Greg Roman with Todd Monken if you don't want a top half of the league passing offense?
Feels like a rebound.
Seems like an odd hire if that's not your goal. And then the other moves they've made have signaled that, right? They signed Odell Beckham. They drafted Zay Flowers. They signed Lamar Jackson, a quarterback, to a huge contract to keep him on the team. They drafted Isaiah Likely last year. It screams we are changing the way this offense runs because it feels like maybe we've hit a ceiling with it previously. Or for the longevity of Lamar's career too.
Exactly.
They just signed him to a huge, long-term, mostly guaranteed contract. They don't want him running the ball as much either. Protect that damn quarterback.
Yeah, I think it's going to be better for the Ravens than it's going to be for Lamar, personally.
In what way?
He's going to run less, but he's going to throw more. But he's a better runner than he is a thrower, so you're going to see some bit of fluctuation.
I see, for fantasy purposes.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. All right. Let's get into our next puzzle.
I think there's going to be value on Ravens wide receivers this year in drafts. I think the uncertainty, though, there's a combo of bias from the previous passing offenses of the Ravens, and now it's messy. There's Rashad Bateman, Zay Flowers, Odell Beckham Jr., Devin Duvernay, Mark Andrews, Isaiah. Like there's a lot going on in that offense. I don't know who it's going to be yet. I haven't planted my flag on the Ravens wide receiver, but the one I draft is probably going to be Joey's favorite answer to some of these questions. The last one. Like I'll just if Devin Duvernay's sitting there at the end of drafts, I'll draft Devin Duvernay. Like he was the 2 last year.
Generous of you to group
No,
him
but I'm
into
saying
that.
like I feel like he's falling to the wayside when he was the wide receiver 2 on this team last year. There's a possibility he could do it again. And if they're passing more, that might be a more valuable position. So I'm just gonna let the value sink and I'll take the last drafted Ravens wide receiver.
Can you imagine if Devin Duvernay becomes the 2 on this team? What Twitter is going to do?
Oh, I love it.
We got Jake in here, said the Ravens will be flying, baby.
Hey.
Baby.
I don't
We
know
got
if it's a
Twin in
Raven.
here, said yo.
Make room in that sky, Eagles. You're not the only ones flying.
Is that how does a raven fly?
Like this.
That's like an eagle.
Just
So like they're like
straight-
good like long
straight
jumpers.
dart.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into our next puzzle here. Joe, you got that one
right.
correct. And
I
that was a
did.
toss-up, so you are going to get to go first on this one.
Woo. Okay.
This is the same collage. They went to the same college. 2 NFL
like
players
college.
who went to the same college. Joey, would you like a question or would you like to solve?
I would like a question, please. I am not that smart.
Question, please. He says, all right, we're going to start off in the fantasy points category. My fantasy points questions are going to be in the PPR format. It's points per reception, in case you are unaware. If I don't say it, feel free to ask or just remember. All right, Joey.
Yep.
Which player had more fantasy points this past season? Which player had more fantasy points this past season? Was it Daniel Jones or was it Aaron Rodgers?
Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones is correct. Joey, what consonant would you like to guess?
I would like an R, please.
Where's one R?
Yikes.
gonna give you 500.
Okay.
Where I thought, that eliminates all the names I thought fit there.
Yeah. I'll take another question, please.
Doesn't fit anymore. All right, Joe, you're gonna get 500 in your round bank. You were choosing to take another question.
On the
Gaston does
bottom,
fit, by the way.
it still fits, Trey.
Pierre Gaston. All right, Joey, you said another question.
Yes, please.
I am required to oblige. Here you go. Which player had more PPR fantasy points this past season? Was it Najee Harris or was it Joe Mixon?
Ooh, I'll go with Najee Harris.
I'm sorry, it was Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon. Yeah.
Joe Mixon.
Mixon's good.
Yeah, your namesake.
Mhm.
All right, Simon.
I was named after him. That's correct.
Yeah, Joe Mixon. Right.
You, in fact, just didn't have a name for a lot of your life.
Good amount of time there. Yeah.
My mom was like, one day a Bengals running back will come along. It's a
I'll
little
know
bit of
when I see
trouble,
it.
and we'll name our son after him.
He's got
For
hey.
25 plus years, you will go unnamed.
There was a period that I was like, can I please be Ben Jarvis Greenell? She's like, not yet. Not yet. And then,
Then she heard Joe Mixon. She was like, yep,
perfect.
that's it. Let's go.
We'll call him Joey.
We'll call him Joey for short.
That was so sweet. Oh, okay.
Who got that wrong?
I
Joey got
did.
that wrong. That's
Joey
right.
got
That's
that
what led
wrong.
us down that path.
Yeah.
Simon, we're up to you.
And I would like a question.
You
I
got
tried
it.
really hard to solve this, but to no avail.
Great job. All right, here's your question.
Thanks.
Which player had more PPR fantasy points this past season? Was it Amari Cooper or was it Mike Evans?
Oh. You
Two
was it
mistakes.
your favorite player or your other favorite player? Both of which you have extreme personal
Or
bias
DJ
towards.
Moore or Darnell Mooney?
Amari Cooper, Mike Evans. They both had good seasons. Amari Cooper.
Amari Cooper is absolutely correct. Sorry,
Okay,
lost my
thank
spot
you.
there for a second. Whoa. All right, you go correct, Simon. What concept would you like?
The dramatic pause. I
was
will
gonna
take
say.
I will take the L for let there be L's.
Let there be L's. 2 L's, Simon.
Yes!
He has spoken. I'll give you
Okay.
1,000 in your round bank.
Thanks. And I would like another question.
Another question.
That's
Let's see if I can outdo myself this time. Which player had?
Whoa, the wheel's back, guys. Finally. Oh,
Well, I did it. All right, Tom. Which player had more fantasy points this past season? Was it Tony Pollard or DK Metcalf?
DK Metcalf has so many touchdowns. You always forget. You're like, he didn't do that great. Then you look and you're like, double-digit touchdowns. Where did those come from? But Tony Pollard had a great Tony Pollard.
Tony Pollard is correct.
Okay. There's a trick around DK Metcalf, and I wasn't sure if this question was employing it. I will take an N as in N.
And 3 N's,
Ooh.
Simon. 1,500 in your round bank. And we're going into your
Huh.
third question here,
So,
Simon. So this is
yeah.
your last opportunity to buy vowels if you'd like.
And I have a name for the second name, but I have no idea what college you went to. I would like to buy
I'm there.
an A.
An A. There are 3 A's. It's going to cost you 300.
The wrong one.
I would trying to save some money and maybe reveal something up top. I would like to buy nothing and take my third and final question.
All right. You'd like to take your third and final question. Simon, which player had more fantasy points last season? Which player had more fantasy points last season? Was it Miles Sanders or was it Leonard Fournette?
You stinky man. It's amazing how quickly information leaves your mind.
I did not deodorant today.
Leonard Fournette.
Leonard Fournette is correct. Simon,
Okay.
what consonant would you like? Get this correct. You're going
I-
to make this moolah.
I would like a K.
A K
I would like a K.
for coward.
Sherman.
The
There's
low-hanging
one
fruit.
A.
Taking the low hanging fruit.
I'll
I see
take
you,
my
Simon.
money and run. I'll take my money and run.
I see you with the low hanging fruit and
With the
leaving me nothing.
low hanging fruit. Does your chain hang low, Simon? Does it wobble
Does
to
it
the
buck too?
No, it doesn't. It's rather tight and uncomfortable.
floor? On that note,
Tangled around my
Yikes.
testicles.
Might want to get
speaking
that
of
checked.
tight and uncomfortable, Sam,
Do you have a cinch?
we're up to you.
I'll take a question.
Taking a question, you got it. All right, Sam. Which player had more PPR fantasy points this past season? Which player had more PPR fantasy points this past season? Was it Brandon Ayuk or was it Chris Olave?
Chris Olave.
Chris Olave is incorrect. I'm sorry, it's Brandon Ayuk.
What?
Yeah. Brandon Ayuk had a strong end of the season. Just came on strong. All right, Joey.
Yeah, it was a trick.
It feels like one of those ones where you were you remember half of a season depending on whether or not he was on your team. Know what I mean?
And
Like,
I do not like Brandon Ayuk. I do not like Brandon Ayuk, so I'm always inclined to pick against him.
He was not on many of my teams last year, so I think I missed the part where he was very good.
All right, Joey, back to you.
Man, I was hoping they would talk a little bit more. A question.
All right, which player had more PPR fantasy points this past season, Joey? Was it Chris Godwin? Or was it Jerry Jeudy?
Jerry Jeudy.
It was Chris Godwin. I'm sorry. Yeah, I keep losing my spot.
I'm trying to.
We just think you're trying to have these dramatic pauses.
No, I just can't. I just keep losing my spot. What were you saying, Simon?
I keep trying to I don't know what college said player on the bottom that's only missing.
I think we all know who it is.
Yes, we all know who it is.
I don't know what college Keenan Allen went to, but I keep.
He said it.
I thought it was Conan.
I'm just trying to visualize him in different university jerseys to see if one sparks something in my memory bank. Like if it
Are they all
pulls
kind of
it to the
similar
front.
to the Chargers?
Why do I think Keenan Allen was undrafted, and that's why I can't remember it.
This is tough.
I'll take so long ago.
I'll take a question, John Luke.
Question, you got it, my friend. All right. Tell me, Simon, which player had more rushing yards this past season? Which player had more rushing yards this past season? Was it AJ Dillon or Devin Singletary?
Ouch. That was AJ Dillon.
No, Singletary.
Oh, yeah.
That was Singletary.
Why?
What a silly
believe
answer.
that?
Sam, we're back to you.
I'll take a question since
All
we
right,
haven't
Sam.
advanced anywhere.
With his first puzzles.
Brutal. All right, Sam. Which player had more PPR fantasy points this past season? Was it Damian Pierce or Mark Andrews?
Ooh, this is a trick. I'm going Damian Pierce.
It was not a trick. It was Mark Andrews.
Curse you and your love for Ravens players.
All right.
Sam, JL has already gotten all of us into the trap of this
guys
game.
are trying to play
Every
me.
single one of us has already fallen into the trap of trying to play him, and it's going downhill quickly.
You know that's a bad strategy. Yet you guys do it every show.
All into it 100% of the time.
All right, Joey.
I have money, so I'm gonna buy the E just to see if it unlocks anything up top.
All right. There are 4 E's.
Oh,
1,
wow.
2, 3.
Oh, okay. I want to solve.
Okay.
Jared Goff and Keenan Allen.
Jared Goff and Keenan Allen is correct, Joey.
All
well
right.
done,
I get $1,000.
finally.
All right. I played
you
that.
get $1,000.
Cal? Keenan Allen went to Cal?
It went to Cal. Yeah,
I was in the right
California.
state. I had them in a USC jersey for some reason, though. It didn't quite look right, but something felt correct about it.
You got
What
close.
round was Keenan Allen drafted in?
That's a
I
good
don't know.
question.
I bet I
I'm gonna
could.
say
I bet
third
Dustin's going to tell us in like 30 seconds.
Keenan Allen was the 76th overall draft pick in the 3rd round by the San Diego Chargers in the 2013 NFL draft.
Okay. All right.
Why did I think he was undrafted?
Because it feels like he's constantly disrespected know what I mean? Like whenever you talk about disrespected fantasy players, Keenan Allen's name comes up over and over and over again. So
Fun fact, that was my first Football Guys article, was how Keenan Allen was disrespected.
Nice.
There we go. And he is, right? And so it's ingrained, I feel like, in the minds of people that maybe we even apply the disrespected narrative to areas where it doesn't apply. He wasn't even drafted.
Yeah.
Because I'm with you.
He had that kidney thing or spleen thing.
It's spleen.
Lacerated kidney.
It's the same as being undrafted.
Yeah, basically.
Your doctor comes in and goes, I hate to tell you, but you've been undrafted. I mean, you lacerated your kidney.
All right, contestants, let's get into our next puzzle here.
What is getting drafted by the Cardinals then? That's like your kidney's
going to
fine
prison.
now,
That's
but
it.
it's not.
It's like you're going to prison.
I'm sorry, you've been drafted by the Cardinals.
All right, this one's an NFL player store mashup. NFL
Okay.
player store mashup. If this is your first time watching, you haven't seen us do these before. These mashup puzzles are essentially the name of something and then an NFL player name smushed in there somewhere. Smished. An example might be like an NFL player movie mashup might be Dude, Where's My Derek Carr? Or Boston Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Boston.
Scott.
Pilgrim.
Who got that one? Verse. Come on.
Joey got that one right.
Yeah, I did.
Joey got that right. So Simon, you are going first on this one. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right.
Store.
Simon, tell me which player had more passing yards this past season? Kirk Cousins or Trevor Lawrence?
Kirk Cousins.
That is correct. What letter would you like?
I would like a C.
C. Bonk. No C's.
That was so dumb.
The C for so dumb. Sam,
Take a
back to
question.
you. Taking a question. All right, Sam, tell me which player had more PPR fantasy points this past season? Was it Justin Fields or Amari Cooper?
Justin Fields.
That is correct. What consonant would you like?
Let me get a T.
Mhm.
T. There's one T in this puzzle. It's going to
I
give you
have-
500 in your round bank.
I have just a store that is 4 words long that perfectly fits in here, but there's no player included in it, and I'm very confused if it applies or if it's just
Is it
complete
Michael Strahan, the Gap?
I'll take another question.
Should I save that one?
Jail's like
Nice,
now.
nice,
Jail's like now.
Joe.
We can't use puzzle number 7.
Can't use puzzle number 7. Oh my God. All right. You said take a question?
Yeah, I'll take a question.
Take a question. You got it. All right. Which player had more rushing yards this past season, Sam? Nick Chubb or Saquon Barkley?
Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb's correct. What consonant would you like?
Take an L.
Taking an L. There's one L.
Ruins everything.
All right, Sam, we're going
So
into your
bad at
third
this.
question. You do have 1,000 in your round bank. This is your last opportunity to buy vowels this turn if you would like, but you don't have to. You can take another question or you can solve if you'd like.
I'll take another question.
Taking another question. You got it, my friend. All right.
I can only think of like 3 stores.
Yeah, I'm struggling to think of a store here.
What a sentence.
Don't you have a career in retail? Like working
Yes,
closely to it?
but with the smaller stores, not the bigger stores.
True.
God damn it, this is so not helpful.
All right, Sam, your question
I say
is
this all the time.
which player had more rushing yards this past season? Kenneth Walker or Travis Etienne?
More rushing yards. Kenneth Walker.
I'm sorry, it was Travis Etienne
Really?
by about 75 yards. Yeah.
Oh, wait, that wouldn't be it.
I would have thought total
exact same
yards. I would have thought total yards ETN, but rushing yards.
Yeah. All right, Joey.
Joey.
So the last 2 words are not Walmart. It took me a minute to figure because the T or the owl. All right, yeah,
There's
question.
One of the
course,
3
question.
stores I was thinking of.
Yeah.
All right, Joey. Which player had more rushing yards this past season? DeAndre Swift or Marcus Mariota?
That's just cool.
That's so rude. I'm gonna go with Swift.
Swift is correct. What letter would you like?
R.
R. There's 2 R's,
Oh,
Joe.
okay.
It's gonna give you 1,000. And friendly reminder, contestants, out of the chat.
Yeah, I'm out.
Out of the chat. All right. Joey, what would you like to do?
Buy an E.
Buy an E. There's one E.
Oh,
That wasn't helpful.
Oh,
Your options are the same, Joey.
oh, we're getting there.
I'm gonna take a question. This is really tough.
All right, taking a question. Joey, which player had more passing yards this past season? Which player had more passing yards this past season? Dak Prescott or Davis Mills?
Dak Prescott.
I'm sorry, it's Davis Mills.
You would of course done that because you're tricky.
Yeah, because
by
that's
like
bad.
400 yards.
Oh gosh.
All right, Simon.
I'm gonna ask a question, and you have no obligation to answer.
Okay.
How loose is this definition of store? Like,
I'm not going to
brand,
answer.
does brand qualify, or does store? You don't have to answer. I said no obligation to answer. I may apply pressure, but you can take that first sentence as fact.
Yeah, I'm not willing to make a delineation there, but I will say if something would have struck me as more of a brand than a store, I probably would have put that word if I had chosen that word. This is the word I chose.
This is the word you chose, and that's all the information.
I'll leave it at that.
This is the word I chose. I'll take a question.
All right, taking a question. All right, Simon. Which player had more rushing yards this past season? Davis Mills or Jerick McKinnon?
Jerick McKinnon.
Jerick McKinnon is correct. I didn't realize how stupid that question was until after I said it.
I'll take a D.
It's not that far apart, but just I guess it's
Optics
obvious.
wise.
Yeah, of course it's the running back. Which one?
D.
D. Give him the D. No D. Sorry.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, glad I didn't say what I thought the answer was.
All right,
'Cause it was
Simon.
stupid anyways.
I mean, Sam.
I'll take
Simon
the
was talking.
question. I have a theory, but I'm gonna take a question.
Taking a question. All right. Sam, which player had more receiving yards this past season? Juju Smith-Schuster or Jacoby Myers?
Juju.
Juju's correct. What letter would you like?
S.
S. There are 3 S's. That's going to give you a 1,500 in your round bank.
Oh, I got it.
Okay, I'll
I got
solve.
it. Yeah. Good job.
Okay, say it exactly how
Oh.
it's written.
Tyler Bass Pro Shop.
Tyler Bass Pro Shop is correct. Well done. Well
It's a
done.
good one. So many stupid things.
So many things popped into my head, and I just needed to gauge the S. I wanted to say P, but I wasn't sure it was.
I would like to file a grievance with this puzzle.
Okay.
It's Bass Pro Shops. The only reason I didn't get this is because there was no S. I had Bass Pro Shops years ago, but because that S was missing, I just passed
Oh,
over.
I didn't even think of that. I was trying to think of if I've ever like I know Bass Pro Shop is a brand. That's when Simon asked that question, it kind of popped into my head because I know Bass Pro Shops is a brand, but I don't know if I've ever seen like a true retail store.
Go in
Bass
one
Pro Shops.
when you see it. Don't go in 2. It's too much, but go in one.
Are there
Just a
any?
single
Does
one.
anybody know if there's one in Florida?
Probably.
Oh,
There's
there's
definitely
tons.
some
I'm
in
sure
Florida.
there
There's
is,
probably
right?
the
Feels
most
like.
of any state
Yeah.
in Florida, if I had to guess.
Florida is one big Bass Pro Shop.
You've actually been in Bass Pro Shop this whole time.
The world's a simulation, and it's
That's
all
why
just
you've
one
never
large
seen
Bass Pro
one.
Shops.
I've really wanted to film a Starches and Salutations at Bass Pro Shops and just be horrified that all the animals are stuffed. But they wouldn't allow me to come in the store. So
It checks out.
to film. Yeah.
I got stuck at the beginning because Total Wine and More perfectly fits in
Oh,
there.
wow.
Right? Like perfectly. And then the T shows up, or the L showed up. I don't know what showed up. I guess the
Something
T
I
showed
also
up.
thought Total Wine. I also thought Total Wine was possible, but then there weren't 2 T's.
I was
didn't
stuck
think
on
that
Walmart
far.
for a long
And
time.
then I had Tyler,
Players end in
Six-
wall.
6.
but it was Tyler Boyd.
I thought it was
RD.
something. I thought it was something. I thought it was David Bell's. I thought it was David Bell's something for a little while too.
You guys have no close. You guys have no idea how close I was to saying on my turn there when just the R was there to saying out loud, I'd like to solve the puzzle. Tyler Boyd RD. I almost made that decision during the game, and I'm glad I didn't. But
Tyler Boyd RD.
with 3 E's, D.
That's us playing JL against this game again and miserably failing.
Oh my God. We need that on a t-shirt. Tyler Boyd RD t-shirts, please.
Tyler Boyd RD. That's great.
All right. Well done. whoever, all of you,
Sam.
Sam,
And Simon for making us laugh.
or yes. Well, that brings us a game. Now we got a game. Simon's in the lead, 2,700, followed by Sam, 2,500, and Joey with 1,500. This is anybody's game.
Let's go.
All right, let's get into our next one. This one, rhyme time. Rhyme time. This is a puzzle, and it's going to rhyme. Sam, you got the last one correct. So, Joey, you are going first on this one.
Okay.
Question?
Yep. Question, please.
I got you. All right, Joey.
Mm-hmm.
Which player had more receiving yards this past season? Was it Drake London or Adam Thielen?
Drake London.
Drake London is correct. What letter would you like?
N as in Nancy.
N as in no. There are 4.
That does nothing for me.
They're very evenly spaced.
Yeah,
Yes,
very
I don't
nice.
like this. I don't like this.
I kind of like it. It's
I'll take
geometric.
another question, please.
All right, another question. Joey, tell me which player had more passing yards this past season. Which player had more passing yards this past season? Was it Jacoby Brissett or was it Mac Jones?
Jacoby Brissett.
That is incorrect. It's Mac Jones.
It's not. I do not believe you at all.
Yeah,
do
But
I
I'm
agree
going
with the
to pass
fact
the
that
Simon
facts
to
of
move the
these-
show along.
That's fair. Very gracious of you, Joey. We appreciate that. Simon,
How long have I been muted? I just realized
6?
my mic was muted.
30
Has
minutes.
it been a while?
The whole
Has it been a
show.
minute?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Man, well, you guys are
at least
pretty
to
good.
start. Thank you.
I'll take a question.
Question, you got it. All right, Simon. How big is it?
Is that correct?
Bonk.
Dang
No.
it.
All right, Simon. Which player had more receptions this past season? Evan Ingram or Mike Williams?
Evan Ingram or Mike Williams?
That was confusing. I almost said Mike Evans because Evan Ingram.
Yeah, I'll take Evan Ingram in that one.
Going with Evan Ingram?
Yeah,
That is correct.
nice.
Well done. What consonant would you like?
Give me the T.
T. 2 T's.
Less good than what Joey did, but that's okay.
2/3 is good.
I'll take another question.
Half is good. Another question. All right, Simon, tell me which player had more rushing yards this past season? Which player had more rushing yards this past season? AJ Dillon or Raheem Mostert?
We had a Dylan question earlier, and he had more rushing yards than who? Maybe I can put them into context with each other, but I can't remember who I said AJ Dillon against earlier. So I'm going to answer AJ Dillon.
AJ Dillon's incorrect.
Damn it.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
twice.
Brutal. You got
You're
twice.
rude. You're rude.
Oh, brutal.
Well, Dylan. Seems
Well,
you made an effort today.
All right, Sam, we're back to you.
I'll take a consonant or a question.
That's not how this game works. I'll
take a
take the win.
I'll take a question.
Question. All right, you got it. All right, Sam, tell me which player had more receiving yards this past season? Antonio Gibson or Damian Pierce?
I don't like this. Damian Pierce.
Damian Pierce. Damian Pierce is incorrect. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Sam. I'm sorry. Joe, back to
The
you.
dramatic pause.
The dramatic pause.
I knew that. I knew that.
Question, please.
All right. All right, Joey. Which player had more receptions this past season? Which player had more receptions this past season? Was it Curtis Samuel or was it Damian Pierce?
Receptions, Damian
Yeah.
Pierce.
It was Curtis Samuel.
No.
Curtis Samuel was hot at the beginning.
Yeah.
That dude was getting like 10 receptions a week for the first couple weeks of the season. He was a PPR monster.
He was.
Yeah, I'm not sure Damian Pierce caught 30 all year, unfortunately.
In my mind, he caught 700.
Yeah, mine too. Mine too, clearly.
All right, Simon, we're back to you.
Let's do it.
Today's show is off the rails.
Yeah,
that's
really.
my bad. That's my bad, guys. Weird Thursday.
JL, we all contributed to this beautiful show.
We're all weird.
I've got nothing. Well, I've got stuff, but not related to what we're talking about here. I would like to buy an O.
An O. You have money. You can buy an O.
Yeah.
There are 3 O's. 1, 2, 3. Now, what would you like to do?
I would like to answer a question and say it slowly because I feel like it's coming together. And the longer I can prevent you from starting that question, the more time I have to think.
All right. Well, I think you're going to be happy with what happens next. Because here's your question. Simon, which player had more receiving yards this past season? Donovan Peoples-Jones, Keenan Allen?
God, that's a stink-ass question, JL. Donovan Peoples-Jones, I feel like, had a surprisingly high amount, yet we constantly underestimate what Keenan Allen did do. We've talked about this. He was also not healthy for the entire season, though. I'm falling right into the trap if it is Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Donovan Peoples-Jones is incorrect.
I did it again!
It was Keenan Allen. Oh, wait. I lied. It was Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Now you're disrespectful.
JL is just going off script here.
What can I say? S?
Yeah.
All right. S.
Yeah, I didn't think there was.
All that for nothing.
All of that. All that. Well, Sam, we're back to you. What would you like to do here?
I'll take a question.
Taking a question. All right. All right, Sam. Which player had a higher number of rushing touchdowns this past season? Which player had a higher number of rushing touchdowns this past season? Was it Saquon Barkley or Josh Jacobs?
Saquon.
Saquon is incorrect. I'm sorry, Josh Jacobs.
Psyching myself
by 2 touchdowns.
I feel like I'm like really close. I'm gonna take a question, but I can put this together. I can do this.
All right.
We believe in
Looking forward to seeing it.
How close are you?
Here's your question, Joey. Which player had more rushing touchdowns this past season? Which player had more rushing touchdowns this past season? Was it Najee Harris or Ramondre Stevenson?
Ramondre Stevenson.
Sorry, it was Najee Harris.
Golly, I've missed everything today. It's
Simon.
All right. I'm still cute.
You are. And I'll buy a vowel.
All right.
I would like to buy an E.
E. There are 2 E's, Simon.
Okay. And I still have enough to buy another vowel. So I'm going to do it because I'm getting frustrated. I'm going to buy an I.
An I. There's 3 I's.
And now I can't buy any more vowels.
Okay.
I was hoping they would help me with the name. I would like a question now.
Question. All right. Here it is, Simon. Which player had more passing yards this past season? Which player had more passing yards this past season? Daniel Jones or Lamar Jackson?
Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones is absolutely correct. What letter would you like?
I would like an F.
F. 1 F.
Oh, I was hoping there was more. I'll take
low-hanging fruit, Simon. Low-hanging fruit.
I'll take a vowel that is called A.
A. There are 3 A's. 2, 3.
Okay, I'll take another question.
This is your second question, correct?
Yes, right. This is my second question.
You just had the F and then you bought vowels.
Yeah.
All right, Simon. Which player had more PPR fantasy points this past season? Derek Carr? Or Christian Kirk?
You said PPR fantasy points?
Yep.
Is this 4-point per passing touchdown?
Yep.
Okay. Christian Kirk.
That is correct. What consonant would you like?
I would like a G.
G. There's one G.
Yeah, I know. I'll take another question.
All right,
taking
Simon.
away my outs here.
I'll take a question.
Taking a question. All right, Simon. Which player had more receiving touchdowns? Which player had more receiving touchdowns this past season? Was it Cooper Kupp or was it Michael Pittman?
It was Cooper Kupp.
Yep. What letter would you like?
I would like an R.
R. 2 R's, Simon, which means you're going to bank this money. And I'm going to give you 5 seconds to solve. Right? That's your third?
Yeah.
All right.
And I am so this is infuriating.
All right, Simon, you are gonna bank this 1,900.
What is
Joey,
this?
2, 2, 2. All right. And Sam, we're back to you. What would you like to do here, my friend?
Take a question.
All right, I got you. Which player had more receiving touchdowns this season, Sam? Which player had more receiving touchdowns this season? Christian Watson or Mike Gesicki?
Christian Watson.
Christian Watson is correct. What consonant would you like?
Oh. That's not a consonant or
Take
a
the
vowel.
K.
K?
Yeah.
There are 3 Ks.
Are you joshing me? I just had to pick the other one in
Okay.
that word. Great guess.
Okay.
Sam.
And that's going to
We're
give you
getting there.
1,500.
We're getting there.
You can purchase a vowel here. There's still a vowel available.
Oh,
Or you can take another question or you can solve.
I got you.
I'll take the U.
Taking the U. There's 2 U's. That's going to cost you 200.
I'll solve.
All right. Say it exactly how it's written.
Thinking of a rebuke to Brandon Ayuk.
There he shows up again, Sam, your favorite player, Brandon Ayuk.
The rebuke word, I was just clueless this entire one.
That was a tough one. Well done, Sam.
That was tough, JL. That was really tough.
The
Man,
Brandon Aiken was just living in my mind, and that's that's not a person. And I kept trying to thinking of a Rankin to Brandon Aiken.
Rankin to Brandon Aiken and Dame, like 5 minutes ago.
Holy cow,
Nailed it.
Dame. Nice
Well
job, Dame.
done. I think that's it. I think Simon, you're gonna win this game. 4,600 to 3,800 to Joey's 1,500.
Joey, it happens. But you were a joyful and pleasant competitor, and I really appreciate you being
What
here.
happens? I
Coming
listen all
in-
the time.
Coming in
What
last
does
place.
happen?
Oh, yeah, it's okay.
Sam, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to come on and play some Fantasy Fortune with us today.
Absolutely. I always enjoy this, guys.
We love hanging with you.
We absolutely love hanging with you. And are you gonna be in Canton this year?
Yeah, the plan is definitely being in Canton. Haven't bought the airline ticket, but I bought the hotel and I bought the pass and
You
everything.
bought
like
the
that, so-
hotel?
Dang, and the airlines.
You need
You know
betting
why?
advice. Go to Sam.
Just
Yes.
so he could fire the bartender.
Yeah.
Keith.
Yeah,
Get
we,
Keith out of there.
we need someone to replace Keith, or at least someone to help Keith. But more likely someone to replace
with
Keith.
life.
Sorry, Keith,
Keith.
if you're listening, we love you, but
No, we don't.
You need to go.
I feel like
go.
the entire fantasy industry was having like a love-hate relationship with this Keith guy, while JL's just sitting over there like, what do you mean love-hate? This is hate.
Yeah. Bring me my Shirley Temple.
The chat is all over. They said we did it. Team chat. Grim said
Team
chat
chat
wins a game.
undefeated.
The chat is absolutely undefeated. Dame saying fun game, y'all. And Scamper's hyped about the puzzles. Scamper's saying Porky.
Porky.
You know what? There's a lot of people at that hotel over that weekend. So I think he's okay at the end of Sunday when that conference ends.
Oh,
R.I.P.
he makes a lot of money
Iron
that
Beast.
weekend.
Isn't it not at the DoubleTree this year? Isn't it at the Hall of Fame? I think.
Oh, he'll be there wherever it is.
So the first night is at the plaza, but that's still
Okay.
the main hotel. But a
Okay.
lot of the events are taking place at the Hall of Fame and that stadium dome thing they have.
Got it.
Well, guys, If you want to experience Keith firsthand, make sure you come on out to the expo, meet all of us, hang out. But that is going to be it for us today. Before we leave, a big thanks to our guest, Sam. If you're not already following him on Twitter, make sure you go and remedy that instantly. Swagman95. It's easy to remember. And the link is right below us in this video if you're watching on our YouTube channel, Front Yard Fantasy. You can click that link, follow him on Twitter, and then while you're over there, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell. Make sure you don't miss any of our shows at our new old time, 3 p.m. Eastern time. We also got a bunch of good news if you're not done with fantasy football for today. Coming up right after this on BSN, Britt Flynn and Andrew Cooper are breaking down a best ball draft live, pick by pick. So if you want to talk some best ball, make sure you guys get in there with them. That's right after this at 4 p.m. Eastern time on BSN. And then myself, Joey, and our friend Tim Wright, the Wright brothers, are going to be live on the Front Yard Fantasy YouTube channel for our mock draft show tonight. That is at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So if you want to be a part of that, join our Discord. We're about to post the link to the draft in there, and then join us at 6 p.m. Eastern time tonight on our YouTube channel. Until then, though, we are out of here. Another huge thanks to Sam. Thanks to everybody in the chat, and we'll see you guys in a little bit. Adios, everyone.
Bye, everybody.